Welcome to Smart and Messy. Y'all excuse the way I'm dressed, but I gotta do my little therapy thing after I'm done. Um, the biggest myth that I've heard is um, women saying that if a man is having an affair on his wife, that he's no longer sexually active with his wife. That's not true. Um, Men have the tendency to be able to compartmentalize. They think differently than a woman. According to AI research, men tend to compartmentalize more than women. Men often process things differently and they separate things into kind of like categories and boxes, whereas they can shut out one topic while focusing on another. And you wonder why it's so hard for like a woman to cheat or get away with cheating most of the time. But some of these women I see, they've gotten into their masculine, so I guess they're able to do it. But women seem to have more interconnected emotions driven through certain processes. Men frequently separate emotional experiences from like a practical task, which may seem like emotional detachment. And when they put these things into compartments, they put like if they're having an affair and they're having an affair with three women outside of their wife, they have the tendency to put the women that they're having an affair with into boxes, whereas they become detached from their spiritual interconnected partner so that they can focus on the task that's in front of them. And the reason I call it a task, because when a man marries a woman, most of the time, it's he sees her in one category, maybe as a spiritual or his consciousness or his helpmate or his business partner. So he's going to compartmentalize and put her over here in that category. Whereas the women that he has an affair with or cheat with, there might be a certain task that he goes into these other relationships with. He might go in for, say, he wants something, but he know that he is the provider for his wife, but he wants something and he wants to say, hey, I see this person has something materially that I want. And he is able to go in there. That's why I tell women sex is not love, especially with men. Sex is not love. He can in there, go through the motions, have the sex with the woman, get what he wants, and he's done with her, or he might come back again, make her what they call a side chick. But see, he will compartmentalize her as a side chick and nothing more. He won't see her as anything more in most cases. He might have another woman um, that he goes to. Oh, she likes to like treat me to dinners and stuff. And your man loves to eat. Now, he'll eat at home, but then he knows this person over here likes to eat and will pay for it. He's not going to spend his money that he keeps for his household on another woman, unless it's some kind of, how can I describe it? Some kind of mutual thing where he's getting more than what he's giving. But anyway, men frequently separate emotional experiences from practical tasks, which may seem like emotional detachment, while often psychologically it can be a strength for efficiency. That trait can also be a weakness, leading to emotional detachment or, in some ways, rationalizing their poor behavior. Like if they are out there doing multiple things with multiple women, he will use it to rationalize his poor behavior. And it's not like, even though they can shut out what's real for them and what's not real for them, they also still rationalize, and they know that what they're doing is poor behavior, but they will rationalize it in a way that, hey, this was just a task, this was just a thing, it's just something there for fun. That's how they rationalize. And then they'll go back home to their spouse and be the upright gentleman, the upright citizen, the upright husband to her. And they say, well, why is it that he can treat her like that and don't treat me? Because he's compartmentalized you into a category, and he has his spouse compartmentalized into another category that's not the same category that you're in. Are you following what I'm saying? So when you hear people say, just because he treat one woman that way and with respect, doesn't mean that he's going to treat another woman with that same respect or admiration or whatever. He's compartmentalizing. I'm going to spell it for you. COMPARTEMENTALIZE. And men do this. They can compartmentalize things, whereas women are emotional. It's a little bit harder for them to separate certain things because it's so emotional. It's like water, you know, and it might flow over into this part of it. Like if she's a wife and she's trying to cheat, she's going to be affected by something that's going on with the person she's cheating with, and it's going to show emotionally in her marriage. So it makes it kind of hard for her to lie to her spouse or to hide what she's feeling, because women become emotional. Whereas men can come back to their spouse, lie. Of course, their spouse is going to know because she knows him. Try to lie, but he will stumble up and she will know. But whereas he has compartmentalized these other women, he can lie to them all day because they don't know the quote unquote real him. So they're not going to pick up that he's lying, or if he's lying, they're more apt to accept it. I gotta go. Hold up, I hear something. I don't know, that was probably something up the hall or something, but yes, they're able to compartmentalize, whereas they can block out what's important, um, compartmentalize what is fun, compartmentalize where they can get something from without becoming attached. So, yes, they're able to do that, and that's a psychological fact, and it's also been researched by AI. But the thing is, some men prefer not to go outside of the marriage because they see their marriage as a institution, a spiritual thing, as something sacred, whereas their compartmentalization comes in how they compartmentalize like their job, their activities, this, that, and the other. But men think differently. And I remember there was a movie called Think Like a Man. Woman cannot think like a man, and a man cannot think like a woman. There just has to be this meeting place where they agree to agree or agree to disagree. That's it.